After Saudi Aramco, Apple is the most profitable company in the world with $122 billion profit. A lot of you will be surprised to know that Apple is today the world's largest company by market capitalization with $2.6 trillion, which is more than the GDP of Canada, Australia, Italy, Russia, and many other countries. All of us know that Steve Jobs is the man behind Apple, but it was Stephen Wozniak who dreamt of building his own computer. Wozniak developed the microcomputer in 1985 while Jobs handled the sales. That's how Apple was invented in a garage, and rest is history. After being in India for nearly 25 years, as I speak, Apple is launching its retail stores in Mumbai and another one in New Delhi, and both these stores could clock an annual sales of about Rs 500 crores. Isn't that mind-boggling? If we see the global market share numbers, Samsung stands on top, commanding about 22% market share, followed by Apple at 19%. However, the average selling price of Apple phones is almost triple at nearly $800, while that of Samsung is around $300. Apple's biggest chunk of revenue comes from the US market, nearly 37%, while Europe contributes 24%, followed by China at 19%, Japan at 7%, and so on. Apple's entry in India had begun in 2017 when it manufactured and assembled iPhones, which were usually older models. In February this year, Apple chief Tim Cook said that India is a hugely exciting market and a focus area of the company.
Every place is unique. You know, India has its own journey and its own culture, and so you really have to understand the local culture, I think, to do well in a country. And so we're trying to bring our best to India. We brought the online store a few years ago. We brought now a retail store. We'll expand the retail presence on Thursday with a store in Delhi. We have manufacturing here. We have an extraordinary developer community here.
The reason behind Apple is eager to move its manufacturing base to India is to diversify the supply chain disruption, reduce dependence on China, and take advantage of the PLI scheme. In FY23, Apple has manufactured $7 billion worth of iPhones in India, which is 3 times more than the previous year. Of this, $5 billion was exported, which forms 45% of the overall smartphone exports in India. Now, the iPhone maker's plan is to triple the production in the next 2 years. It is estimated that Apple will source about 25% of its global iPhone production from India by 2025, assuming that the local supply chain supports and some of the government demands are met. If Apple wants to take advantage of the PLI scheme, Apple's Taiwanese suppliers, that is Foxconn, Wistron, and Pegatron, have to collectively make iPhones with a minimum free on-board value of $9 billion and a maximum of $15 billion. In fact, Foxconn has said that it is planning to invest $500 million in India and quadruple its workforce in the next 2 years. Currently, Apple suppliers have about 3 facilities collectively in Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. Given India's share in Apple's production, it shows that our country is at the cusp of golden opportunity. We can also safely assume that gigantic brands will follow this suit and make India the world's apple of the eye.